Memme. Look at this cute little city, and it's right here in our do-it room.
Is that Macy's? I see Macy's.
Yes, the Empire State Building, and
a chocolate factory.
Oh, my favorite. Well, Tanya Memme, it created a shoebox city out of cardboard boxes, and of course, I'm sure Ava just loved this.
Oh, you can't. You just have no idea.
Where did the seed of this begin for you?
So, you know, see all these little cars and toys and trees, and everybody has a box of this laying around if you have kids, right? See this? Everyone has that.
Yes.
Right.
So, and I also had a ton of extra boxes, like FedEx boxes and juice boxes and cereal boxes. I started saving them, and I thought, well, let's make something out of it. Let's upscale, let's recycle, let's do something that's inexpensive and super fun.
And how do we get started doing this? This is so cute.
Well, really, it's super easy. The only tools you need are paint, boxes, a paintbrush, or you can get one of these little spongy things.
And you say these are better to use than a paintbrush.
Yeah, I think so, because I experimented with making the windows, and when you're making the windows, you really want to make it sort of like nice and concise so it doesn't look too sloppy, and these really give you a clear...
Okay, it's important because I never know when you do say paint, I know there are different kinds of paint, so what kind of paint should we use?
Just something like this, which is an acrylic paint.
Acrylic, okay, great.
Craft store or something.
Yeah,
All right, craft
it's a craft store, so here you go, check that out. The other thing you can do is you can get sample paint at Home Depot or something like that. And when they have all the different paint samples, you can ask them for a sample-sized version for $5. You get actually a really nice sized can of paint, and it covers cardboard and boxes really well. That's just a little tip there. Okay.
Well, you got your permits, you put on your tool belt, and you started building a city.
I did.
Let's take a look.
Check it out. So here, I had a hard time figuring out which way I wanted to have it and this and that. I switched it around, and you can, have fun with it. And then you can connect the streets or not. You could make your buildings different colors or not. And then my favorite part was actually putting the cars and stuff near the end, and the little people and the trees and everything.
I don't recall, and I've known you for quite some time, I don't ever see you moving that fast in real life.
Well,
I have.
there's a lot of things you don't know about me, Mark.
How long did it take you? Because that was about 12 seconds.
Yeah, right.
Typically, when you're looking at something like this, what would it take time-wise?
To make the entire thing?
Well,
or just putting it together?
Putting it together and setting it up?
I mean, really, I'm kind of a perfectionist with stuff like this, so this took me maybe about a half hour, 45 minutes or so. But I kept changing it up and doing this and that and whatever. But with kids, I mean, you can set it up or not. You can just sort of put all the boxes in a corner, and then they can set them up with all the little streets.
Sure.
And it's
You can pretend you're Godzilla.
You can just walk through it, or the giant woman.
Pretend, because I'm going to step aside here. This is. Can we see the chalkboard behind us?
Oh, look, there's Godzilla.
This is like, taking on, by the way, a wonderful, this by the way is Christina, and what she looks like in the morning when she arrives. This is before she lost her 10 pounds.
Dave Lowe,
I mean, you're the dragon.
I can't take the credit for this.
Yes. That as well. All right, let's build some roads.
Okay.
We got to connect our city.
Okay, so the roads, super easy. It's just construction paper, black construction paper, and a paper cutter. You just put them on in, cut them in half, and then I took a piece of chalk and just right down the center. Super easy.
Yeah.
And then can you take? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I have a question.
No, I was just gonna say, you can tape them or not together, but kids kind of like, connecting the dots together and making their own little, roadways with stuff. So these are not taped together, so they can kind of pull them apart and put them together.
I want to put a few crosswalks in there because for the kids, you want to tell them how to do
whatever.
I do have a question for you because as I'm looking at those, you kind of go, oh, you can just use a box. What kind of boxes did you use to assemble that? I know that sounds like a very elementary question, but I'm looking at this going, is that a shoebox? Is that a...
Well, some of them are gift boxes, cake boxes, FedEx boxes, UPS boxes, cereal boxes, any kind of box.
Those are paper cups.
There's a FedEx box I see over there.
These are paper cups. Yeah, this is a FedEx box right here. Paper cups. I know one of them in here is a cereal box. That one over there is a box of quinoa.
I love that. That's so
See,
funny.
when you look at it, you wouldn't have thought
know.
of that because it takes on a whole separate dimension and character when it's added to other boxes.
Right. And I think the one tip, though, is to really give it a good coat of paint. So you want to paint it 1 or 2 times just to make sure you can't see the print on the boxes all the way through. Makes it a little bit more colorful.
I'm guessing if I had to date this, it would be somewhere back in the 70s. And you know what the dead giveaway is? I don't know if Mikey can look over and get a shot of that red building with the antenna on top that looks like a UHF, VHF, dial it in with your little coat hanger sort of thing, right?
That's right.
Well, you know
the clouds. You like the clouds,
This
right?
little city needs a mayor. So you could be the mayor, and we can call it Chucklehead City, and you could be the mayor of Chucklehead City.
Well,
there you go.
certainly dressed
there
for
you
the
go.
part.
There you go.
So if you just want to finish off making your last building, you guys can
What do we do?
place it wherever
Sorry,
you
the
want.
mayor doesn't get his
One,
hands
two,
dirty.
Excuse
this
me,
is how
Mr.
easy
Mayor.
it is. Look how fast
look how
it
cute
is.
that
Super
is.
easy.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And that's because of this little tool here.
I'm sorry, I didn't permit that to
And
have
then-
9
Yeah, the
windows.
mayor, you have to make sure that
You have to, yes, of course.
Right? I have all my permits, you guys. Don't question
I'm
me.
sorry, that's a 2-story build. That requires a fire escape and a working and properly certified
Whatever
elevator.
you'd like. You guys want to place this building somewhere? Have fun. Just don't get yourself wet. It's still wet paint.
We have to have several
mayor,
council
you go ahead.
meetings for
Yes.
this before we can go ahead and set this for. Okay,
You know what?
where I need it
Dan,
needs
the
to be.
cooking fireman, is going to come and make sure that all the buildings are up to code.
This is going to go right
Right?
here. Look at that.
Nice. Perfect.
right?
I
Beautiful.
love it.
No,
See?
Wonderful.